Pause scrolling because what I'm about to say might sound uncomfortable, but it's the truth most Nigerians are not ready to face. The 2027 presidential election might already be decided, not because votes don't matter, but because power, structure, and strategy matters more than emotions. Let's be honest, on paper, it looks like a battle. You hear names like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, even Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and it feels like a real contest. But behind the scenes, it's not a battle. It's a chess game where one player already controls the board. And this is the power of incumbency. Right now, the man sitting in power, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not just a candidate. He is the system. Majority of the governors, he controls them. National Assembly, dominated. Political structure, deep-rooted. This isn't just politics. This is infrastructure of power. And in Nigeria, power like this is not easily removed. But wait, here's the twist. Because despite all this power, there is one force that can break everything, which is you. You are the real kingmaker. Yeah, we the Nigerian voters, especially the youths. In 2023, millions were angry, millions were hopeful, but not enough showed up. Low turnout didn't just affect the results, it decided it, even though we know there was a lot of manipulation. So here is the real question for 2027. Not who will win, but what will Nigerians tolerate? If the economy improves even slightly, if the people adjust, if survival becomes the focus, then, sorry to say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu walks back into power. But if hardship deepens, if frustration turns into action, if young people move from tweets or complaining to polling units, then everything changes. There is only one scenario, just one, that can shake this election, which is unity. If, and that's a big if, Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso decides to become one force, one candidate, and one movement, then the 2027 presidential election becomes a war, not just an election, which we're already seeing some positive movements. But until then, here's the truth I'm going to be saying raw and unfiltered. 2027 presidential election is not going to be APC versus PDP. It's not going to be North versus South. It's not even going to be politicians versus politicians. It's going to be structure versus unity, power versus the people, control versus participation, and the ending, it has not been written yet. Because whether this election is predictable or explosive, that depends on one thing, which is what Nigerians decide to do when it finally counts. The biggest mistake you can make about 2027 presidential election is thinking your vote doesn't matter, because that belief is exactly how elections are being won. See you in my next video. Bye.